the argument or dispute or differences between Arminian versus Calvinism. I say Arminian, not, it's spelled A-R-M-I-N-I-A-N. I'm not speaking of the Armenian nation, which is spelled A-R-M-E-N-I-A-N. So, talking about the difference between Arminian versus Calvinism, which can be summed up as justification by works by Arminians versus justification by faith, Calvinism. Now, sometimes both sides have a head knowledge of what they believe or have been taught, but it's not always fully fleshed out in their life as Christians. But the best example I can give of the difference, and I'm Calvinist. I believe in justification by faith. But even Calvinists get it wrong if they're not fully in Christ or growing in Christ sometimes. And here's the best example. As a human, a living human, you breathe. You don't need to be told to breathe. It would be kind of strange for a parent to say to a kid now as they go to school, "Don't forget to breathe now." It's just automatic. And that's the same with the fruits, or the fruit of the Spirit, I should say. It's a singular, not plural. Fruit is one: love, joy, peace, patience, etc. And the gifts is plural, fruit is singular. If you have one of the fruits, love, you have all: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, etc. So it's really just one big package known as the fruit of the Spirit. The gifts are plural. You might not have all of them. You might have one of them or two, but not all. But when we talk about justification by faith, as a Christian, when you become a Christian, and as you grow as a Christian, you become more and more filled with faith and full of Christ. It's like breathing. The works are like breathing. You don't need to be told. Now make sure you go do some works today. Some good works. Because works are just part of the package. It's like breathing. You don't need to be told. And that's where the Arminians err. They think you have to remind yourself and be inspired and encouraged by others to constantly do good works today. And think up some creative way to do good works. But actually, when you're in Christ and growing in Christ and filled with faith, filled with faith, I can't speak English. The fruit of the Spirit is like breathing. The works are like breathing. You just do them. They just flow with you. It's not something you have to put on. It's not something you wear like a costume. It's something that's just part of you, inherent. Sure, there's up times and down times, but you're always breathing. Maybe a little bit better than other times. And that's a good summary, I think, of the difference between Arminianism versus Calvinism. But I really don't like the distinction. Because Calvinism has been bashed down by so many theologians who are actually kind of jealous about it or jealous against it. And so I don't refer to myself as a Calvinist very often, because a lot of Calvinists get it wrong too, and so they do sometimes put out the wrong image. And so it's just about being a full Christian. And that's my summary sermon today, message for the day.